Oh yeah, this is Dale, your librarian. I wanted to show you an answer to a question that I got at the reference desk the other day. Somebody came with a big smile on their face and said, "Where's the graphic novel section?" And I was just kind of like, well, kind of they're here and they're kind of there. So I wanted to show you how to track them down. And following this video, if you're on my campus guide, you can see the locations physically in the building. But here's how to find what we've got in the library catalog. When we first went in, if you typed in graphic novels, you might get a bunch of scholarship on graphic novels as a communication and rhetoric and so on and so forth. What we did instead was we typed in the name of a graphic novel that we were aware of. One of my favorites is Mouse by Art Spiegelman. And I know that's a graphic novel, and it's going to fall under that description. That'll make sense in just a minute. But whatever graphic novel that you're aware of. Lumberjanes is one of our favorites. Looking back at my daughter who you can't see. But what I'm looking for, so here's the one that I am aware of. We do collect graphic novels. Maybe not as completely as a public library, but we do collect them. When you do find this one, if you click on it, a Librarian of Congress has done their honest work and put together subject headings. Subject headings are more general groupings that would throw all the graphic novels together under a particular heading. And then you could, if you found one on one topic, then you could find all the other ones on that topic, if that makes sense. So what we have here for our subject headings are Spiegelman, Vladek, that's the character in the book. But here we have comic books, strips, etc. Here we have Art Spiegelman, who's the author and the artist. Here we have the topic, but one of the common things is comic books, strips, etc. So here's my trick. This is kind of it's not an Easter egg, but it's kind of a quick way to get into it if you don't want to search for that particular title. So when we go on this, it puts us into a search base, and it puts us all the things with that subject heading. So this is great if you have that one subject heading you want. But in general, I don't want everything just written about Spiegelman. I just want comic books, strips, etc. I don't know if graphic novels is in the pantheon of Librarian of Congress yet. I suppose it may be. So we have subject is exact. Let's change that to contains. And go over to material type and select books. And then if you want to see what the latest and greatest is, narrow it down to like the last 2 years or so. Otherwise, just keep it wide open. And then when we click search, subject contains comic books, strips, etc. Then you get what's called a relevancy rating. And that's going to throw things in that it thinks you're interested in. So maybe the subject shows up with the title, maybe shows up in the abstract, so it gets a higher relevancy rating. I like to sort it by date newest so I can see what's new in the library. And we can see the one that I had just listed. There's several from first, second books. I love them. But the cool thing is that when you are doing searches like this in an academic library, you're going to find those things that you're looking for, and it's going to give you that call number and the location in the library. But there's also going to be scholarly discussions about your topic. So here we have Batman and identity. Isn't that cool that there's all sorts of stories about something that we presume is from pop culture? But it's that deeper meaning of culture and society and identity. The invasion of the imbeciles. Here you can see stuff that's in foreign languages. You can see more results. One other thing that I wanted to show you before I go is you would just write down this call number and try and track that down. But you can hear some more about identities. But if you go way over here to the side and click on subjects, and you can see show more, you can see if you wanted to narrow it down to specific genres, ideas, deeper subjects. So friendship, if you were doing a scholarly paper on friendship in graphic novels, or identity, gender, politics, you name it. Everything shows up in graphic novels these days. You can find some of those articles there. And if I went back and did a search not just for books, but I looked for articles, you're going to find a lot of those things in this interface as well. My name is Dale the Librarian. I hope this was a good recording. Thanks for waiting to the end. Have a good one.